you'd be mistaken.
It's an all singing, all dancing, all driving, travelling circus. And if you live on the Coromandel, well, chances are it's heading your way.
The 50s and 60s were a golden era in New Zealand's history, and the Sony Beach Hop is all about winding the clock back to a time when the music, fashion, culture and cars set to life the heartbeat of a generation.
The 50s and 60s means a lot of things to a lot of different people. Well, for me, I love it. I love the era. I love the 50s and 60s. It's a time of innocence, of cars and of girls, of drive-in movies. I just absolutely love it. Music is really important to me. My parents brought me up on Orbison, Shannon, Eddie Cochran, Buddy Holly, and of course, The King. So I'm here at Beach Hop 2014. I got my hair sort of quiffed. I got my rock and roll shirt on, my jeans, and of course, my blue suede shoes.
The festival kicked off way back in 2001 as a rock and roll show, where the hot rods were extended an invite. Well, the tide has turned somewhat since, with the cars now demanding centre stage. Fast forward to 2014, and the 1,000 car cap was sold out in just 4 weeks, with over 100 cars making the trek up from the South Island. The Sony Beach Hop now holds the title as the largest nostalgia festival in the Southern Hemisphere. So what's the big deal?
Oh, it's got to be atmosphere, I think. It's so laid back. It's so, as I say, so many like-minded people that come along and get a kick out of it.
The people that turn up to it tend to come back every year, which is, I guess, a testament to Noddy and his team and how things are run and put together. Everyone has fun, enjoys themselves. There's always a lot of stuff to do outside of cruising.
It's enormous. I mean, it's hard to believe that there's a bigger show anywhere in this part of the world, for sure. I mean, probably the closest you'll find will be in America, but there's just some beautiful machinery and amazing metal, and people have got some art here, you know, that needs to be appreciated.
The standard of cars is getting higher and higher, and I think that's great. I mean, people aspire to having a nicer car and getting their car a bit more ship-shape, and it's cool. There's some really classy cars here this year.
You can be here for a whole week and you'll be driving out of town and you'll see a car pass you that you didn't see the whole time you were here. So whilst there's 1,000 cars registered, it's probably 3 to 1 here that aren't registered, just parked up, supporting other people that have got cars in it. You can never take it all in, it's just too big.
Been to events in the States, I even took a car to the European Street Rod Nationals in Germany, but this, hands down, is world class.
It's not just about the cars, it's about the location, it's about, you know, spending time at the beach, the barbecue. You know, it's a summertime event here as well, and yeah, I love coming down personally.
I mean, look at this weather. It's flooding at my house back in Queensland right now. I go home with a tan and people say, "Where have you been?" I'm like, "New Zealand, man, the weather's great. Come on over, you know."
The 5-day event gets underway with a half-hour drive to the Coromandel gold mining town of Waihi. A few hundred vehicles braved the westward Whangata Waihi slalom, and they were braced by a cavalry from the north. The sleepy little town was about to be woken up, and 600 cars sure makes for a heck of an alarm clock, especially when they bring a band or two. Oh, and a wild horde of cross-dressers. But we're not even going to start on that one yet.
Here we are on Waihi, and they've certainly turned it on. There's 3 bands playing around the town today. Fantastic atmosphere, and it's great to see the school kids here getting into it and reliving what the 50s and 60s were all about.
Today's the biggest that I've seen Waihi. The cars up on the hill behind us and the pump station here, like that's, you know, they're normally sort of eking into that a little bit, but not full like it is at the moment. Everyone's been saying definitely more cars than ever before, and I'd have to agree. It's so far, she's looking huge.
Huge, huge. Every year there's so many more cars coming in. Wouldn't even want to take a guess at the volume of cars, but yeah, every year our business is growing and the sport's growing, the hobby's growing, always something new coming along.
While Whangaata lays claim as the home of the festival, it plays a good sport and shares the fun around, and that's an important factor in the Sony Beach Hop's popularity with the local region. These coastal communities are seasonal summer towns, and days like today give the Tills a good old workout right before the winter.
Very important, you know, and you know, we do a fair part of the Coromandel with going to Tairua and Onimana Beach and here in Waihi, and you know, to take the goodwill of the event to other towns and helps their economy, boosts their economy. You know, this would be a normal quiet Wednesday. You could fire a cannon down the main street of Waihi. It's a great town, don't get me wrong, but you know, when you look at it now and it's packed, it's this is what the event does.
Really good. There's a lot of rock and roll enthusiasts come along that like the cars, a lot of car enthusiasts that like the rock and roll. It's awesome. It's 1942 to standard. Still running the flatty, 221 flatty, 3-speed, Merc rims. Yeah, someone spent a lot of money out with new glass and chrome work and everything. And well, it's got to be a V8. But love the old school V8s, and yeah, just real collectible. They don't make them anymore, so just look after them and appreciate them.
The warm-up party also gave hoppers their first chance to check out the Hop's automotive offerings for 2014. The 3 Fords represent the early influences on the New Zealand car market, with vehicles of US, Australian and English bloodlines. And the Zephyr even had a retro caravan in tow. 2 of them would be given away later in the festival, and the 3rd put to auction. The trio also had another thing in common. Our mates at Classic Cover kindly stepped up with the insurance, something they like to make easy.
Basically, you can just go straight on the site and get a quote instantly. There's no hassle with having to talk to anybody and just get a feel for it. Then if you want to take it up, you can give us a call. We've tried to make it easy. We've been insuring classics and hot rods since 1983, so we're pretty good at it these days.
Hot rods and drag racing go hand in hand, but I'm not sure that quite explains this. Must be a Waihi thing.
The drag race. Now the drag race is something to be seen, that's for sure. Like, you know, I think it was 8 teams, and they had to do a hula hoop. There's a bit of carnage. I think a few went down, and a bit of spillage. But no, it's a hoot. I mean, the effort that those guys go to dress up as girls is amazing, and it's a huge part of Waihi, and that's what makes this unique event so cool, you know.
The Namibians call this the Skeleton Coast. It's meant as a warning. We took it as a challenge. Getting out here takes more than raw power. And even if you have what it takes to get out here, you've still got to get back. Built for any challenge, the all-new Ford Ranger. In stock now.
Thursday dawned in Tairua, and with it, a forecast of blue skies, temps in the mid-20s, and one Repco beach party.
I always say to everyone, if I could only do one event a year, it would be the beach hop.
Crowds are amazing. People are just loving it. The cars are sensational.
It's better than anything I've been to because you actually get to use your cars. That's what it's all about, eh? We've got to drive them.
Yeah, it's always a big day in Tairua. We've picked up sponsorship of this event two years ago, so this is our 2nd year, where it's the Repco Beach Party. Yeah, great exposure for us, and as I say, great turnout, so it's always good. Yeah, so we have some fun games set up. So we give away a lot of prizes. We do have product on sale as well. We have a temporary store set up in Whangamata. When I say temporary, we take a temporary range of breakdown parts for the old V8s. Already this year, we've, I guess, helped out 10 people who have broken down. The thing about Whangamata, I guess, is if you break down, you're generally stranded. So it's really good for us to be able to help these guys out and let them get on their way and enjoy the rest of the week. So it works really well for us.
Well, she gets a little crazy when she's in the mood.
Once again, the sheer number and quality of rods, customs, classics and street machines was just jaw-dropping. Bands took up residence in the cafes and bars, and the crowds flocked in. As did a couple of top fivers from last year. David Jeffrey and his bare steel Ballarat, and a runner-up, Martin Bennett, in a rat rod that got a little sidetracked along the way.
It's based on a 37 Ford body. It's been chopped, channeled and sectioned. Custom made the tray, and it's running a 402 Chevy motor, and probably its main feature is the Weber carburetors, which really give it a different sound. The grille is off a Hudson Terraplane, but that's been pretty extensively modified. It's not really a Hudson, it's just based on one. Originally, it was going to be just a rat rod. It was just going to be a, spray paint and, rattle can paint and just have some fun. And I started to buy a few more nicer, shiny bits for it. So basically, the boys turned from a rat rod into a rich rod, but only because of the money that went into it, to get it finished in the state it is.
We found a few of the NZ V8 magazine crew hard at work along the waterfront, snapping shots of Mark's freshly built 57. We figured they wouldn't notice if we snuck in on the shoot too.
I think it's about 18 months all up. It was an import from the States, straight off the boat, already disassembled. Somebody in the stateside had started a project that lasted several years and never got very far, apart from stripping the paint off. But it was a car that needed everything, complete floor pans, rear quarters, new doors, tubs, you name it. It was just half a shell, really. I think it's hard to get a really good one out of the States, unless you really know it's a good one. I figured it was better to start with a really rough one and fix it up how I wanted it. Friday before last weekend, we was binned and registered for the first time, so this is its first maiden voyage, really. I had 300 Ks on the clock before I left yesterday, so now it's just under 1,000, so far so good.
Thursday's schedule came to a close, but entrants barely had a chance to top up the tank and dust off the sea spray before the Castrol Edge Thunder Cruise kicked into gear. The helpful folks from Castrol were so worried about people getting lost that they took it on themselves to supply a helpful guide. I don't know about you, but Greg Murphy always springs to mind for that kind of occasion, and his bright yellow mobile beacon led the charge all the way to Onimana.
Well, I tried to make her change her mind, what more than ring the bell. It only made her laugh, but at least I had a try. She said, drink up, boys, then it's time to say bye-bye. Don't shut the bar, well, I'm begging you, please. Don't shut the bar, just one more, then I'll leave. Whiskey or beer, then we'll be out of here.
Final stretch down the hill to Onimana is a bit of a bottleneck, sure, but there were few complaints from where we were sitting. The spectators got a chance to have a good look at all the metal rumbling its way to the water, and it wasn't in short supply.
Day 3 on Sony Beach Hop 14, and here we are at Onimana Beach for the Castrol Edge Thunder Cruise. And literally, we couldn't have asked for a better day. The setting is absolutely perfect, and this is going to be the best one yet. We're really happy with how it's all going. We cap the festival to about 1,000 cars every year. We've had more. We've had over 1,300, 1,400 in the past. But we've cut it back to a point that we can manage so that we know we can fit the cars onto the reserves and the cruises at a reasonable speed and pace. So, yeah, we've got about 1,000 cars here today, which is just amazing. And, you know, look at this. It's just everywhere you look, it's just beautiful. It's perfect.
The Thunder in the Castrol Edge Thunder Cruise came courtesy of a bunch of super tough muscle cars with a bunch of blowing, big horsepower hot rods and street machines stirred in for good measure. It was the first time out for Mr. Murphy, but he'd cleverly prepared a little something earlier. A 69 Dodge Coronet packing 440 cubes worth of muscle.
Yeah, first one, and I've been, it's an event that I've been wanting to come to for a very long time. Heard so much about it, and you know, I'm a bit of a muscle car tragic, and you know, this has just been amazing. It's just awesome to see so many cars, so many people here enjoying themselves, and you know, hopefully this is going to be the first of many for me.
Castrol Edge are the team that keeps things ticking over smoothly in both Murph's race car and the Coronet. And they didn't have to twist his arm to get him here.
They've been a huge supporter of mine for a very long time, and you know, I've been associated with them in various forms of you know, racing and all sorts of other things as well. So, you know, to be here and yeah, supporting them and you know, as part of their involvement in this event, you know, I couldn't think of a better place to be, and it's certainly not a chore at all. You know, it didn't take long for me to say yes, I'll be there 100% when they mentioned that they were coming and being a part of it. So, you know, an easy decision to make, but you know, loving every minute of it.
Circled on calendars and workshops and garages all over the land, the Sony Beach Hop always seems to be the event to debut a freshly completed build or repower. Some just time it a little closer than others.
It's a 1968 Chevy El Camino. Had it for roughly 16 months. Come as a 350, and in the last month has had this 408 with 871 supercharger. Only been driven around Wongapuā area for the last couple of days, and this is its initial trip. It's leaving on Wednesday. Everyone says put it on a trailer and make sure, you know, you make it. And I thought, nah, it's there to be driven, and it's made it. I'm so impressed. It's been good.
But a blower would equal more gas, right?
Cost me about $400 since Wednesday, and I've only driven from Auckland to here, over to the Corrigland pub, and here today, so it's gone a little bit more than what I thought it would.
My name's Aaron Hickaty. I've come up from Christchurch. This is my car here. It's a 67 Pontiac Firebird. I bought that in 1999 in Canada. And it's one of those cars that got a lot of work. Every time I took it out, it was breaking down. So 2.5 years ago, we decided to either sell it or do it properly. So my wife thought we should do it properly. So here we go. That's what we see today. We've done quite a bit to it. So the full new Art Morrison chassis under it. LS3 motor, Corvette motor, 4-speed auto. 9-inch strange stuff. Yeah, the reason we came with the Beach Hop was the first trip out for the car. We thought we'd give the car a bit of a run, even though we only came from Auckland. But I just love the atmosphere up here. Everyone's happy and there's great weather and great vehicles up here. I never get sick of that V8 Burble.
And on a day dedicated to horsepower, there's always that one guy that takes it a little bit further.
Yeah, g'day, I'm Johnny Burkout and we're from the Wairarapa, Masterton. This is my 69 Roadrunner. We've had it for a couple of years, brought it in from the States, my wife and I, and yeah, we just built it exactly how we want it with a big Pro-Charged Hemi in it, with 550 cubes, so making about 1100 horsepower at the moment, but we're looking up to about 1600 full tune, shockwave system in it, big diff, big Dana 60, 727 torque flight, and yeah, tried to keep it pretty original and factory looking, but with the hot rod theme. So yeah, we have a lot of fun in it, and hopefully the kids and the family will enjoy it in the future as well. So to be honest, it was the family holiday idea. So we've got a couple of kids and all our mates, and we just sort of wanted to come up and hire a house and enjoy the Coromandel. So yeah, the beach hop thing's pretty cool because it's just, yeah, quite family orientated and a bit of cruising and a few cold beers in the evenings, and it's a really good time, eh? Sort of feel like you're in the 50s or 60s again, so it's great, yeah.
But if you thought you'd call it a night there, Whangamata had other plans.
Now, the great thing about coming down to Whangamata for the beach hop is once all the official stuff is done for the day, the night has only just begun. And for nothing, you can come down to the main road and just stand on the side like me and watch this absolute plethora of the most beautiful cars come by and dream, as only I can do, of owning one.
Friday night cruising in downtown Whangamata has become the stuff of legend. This is about as close as you can get to reliving American graffiti in New Zealand. And as the parade of cars kept the local gas station pumping, the bands hit the street to see out the day. The next day was shaping up to be a big one.
I say you want to meet some girls. Yeah!
At Meguiar's, we take car care serious. Not like brain surgery serious, like award-winning serious. So our scientists went to work, bringing the power of dual-action technology to your garage. They could go on and on about how Meguiar's DA power system spins the pad in 2 directions at the same time. Bottom line, dual action is now drill activated, so you can get pro results in less time. You can use the DA power system to compound, polish, and wax your car. When people ask, how'd you do that? Tell them, Meguiar's.
Now, as far as big days go, Saturday in Whanga during the Sony Beach Hop is right up there with the best of them. So big, in fact, that organisers have split it up into shows to stop us getting overwhelmed. It didn't work. The waves of rock and rollers kicked the party off before the loud noises and petrol fumes drove them out. From there, it was just a case of finding a spot, any spot, and letting the show drive on past. To label an event the biggest nostalgia festival in the Southern Hemisphere makes for a pretty big claim. But when the entire main drag of Whangamata transforms into a sea of people, it will probably do the trick.
When we touch the sparks, it's gonna fly. When we touch the sparks, it's gonna fly. When we kiss, there'll be rockets in the sky.
Now each year Beach Hop singles out and pays tribute to a special kind of vehicle. And they didn't have to think about it too hard this year, because the iconic Ford Mustang turns the big 5-0. And what better way to make that car feel special?
With the parade ushered to their parks, Phase 2 of the Saturday Grand Plan fired up with 5 shows running simultaneously. Plus, if you're feeling left out, there was even a classic car fair. Taking the main street by force was the appropriately titled Maguire's Main Street Car Show, and man, this thing was huge. Chrome and mile-deep paintwork fought for your attention with live music, airbrushing and drag car fire-ups. Keeping the Maguire's crew company and finding himself in the unusual position of getting acquainted with peak hour traffic in his race-spec Camaro was drag racer Mark Bardsley.
Not many places you can drive a 2,500 horsepower car down the main street of a town, so good turnout of cars and people and really good atmosphere and good event. It's a 68 Camaro with a carbon fibre body shell, roughly 2,500 horsepower, got a 526 Alan Johnson Keith Black in it, and my best ET's a 6.5 at 209 mile an hour, which is 350k. We've pretty much got the Nationals sewn up. We finish that off next weekend, and we're just going to finish the season off and do some runs at the Nostalgias. And next year we've sort of got some big plans. We've bought another engine and combination and going to go for the #1 spot.
Helping Mark shoot for the title is a new sponsorship deal from Smith's Group, the team behind Maguire's and many of New Zealand's go-to auto brands. Good excuse for a new paint job too.
Without them I wouldn't be racing. Competition's getting pretty fierce out there now, but you just got to keep moving onwards and upwards to keep up with them.
With over 100,000 people hitting Whonga for the festival, accommodation can be a bit of a nightmare. So here's an idea. Drag some along with you.
Brains in a fight. Sandman's grabbed my thoughts and run away.
I'm Lisa Mora, editor of Vintage Caravan magazine, and I'm here at Sony Beach Hop 14 at the Vintage Caravan magazine Retro Caravan Show. I've brought my pink Sunliner and my pink box all over from Australia. Famous Pacific Shipping brought us over, and we're here enjoying the amazing weather at Beach Hop with about 100 or so vintage caravans on display, and as you can see, everyone just loves them. Beach Hop brought the caravans into the show a few years ago, and I was initially invited over to judge the caravans, and then there was probably only about 12 or 15 caravans on display, and it was just a one-day show. And I spoke to the organisers. I said, well, I'm a caravaner and we have caravans so that we can stay in them. A lot of people, when you come to the show, they say, oh, do you actually sleep in it? And we're like, yeah, of course we sleep in it. So we set up an area here where people can actually camp and stay the whole weekend and enjoy Beach Hop and really get into the spirit of things. And I just wanted to be a part of that with my caravan as well. So, yeah.
It's a great thing to have. I mean, you've got somewhere to kick back. You've got a little posse to hide away if you want to. And the ladies can fit them out with all their bits and pieces and trinkets and that. And it was fun for me to do up. I enjoyed the building side of it and painting and welding and on and on, just designing. Yeah, taking a ratty thing, worn out, run down, tidied up.
A short hop, shake and twirl down the road was the ever-popular Repco Pre-49 Hot Rod Show, a tribute to where hot rodding all began. The show within a show boasts everything from the strictly traditional period rods to those with a modern twist on an old theme.
I can't sleep.
We try and keep it alive, that, old good old cars, early, good Ford parts, just refurbish them, use them up, and, you get back to cheap hot rodding that way too, about buying stuff out of a catalogue. Yeah, we've enjoyed it from day one, and I bought my Model A Coupe, my first one ever, way back in the day then, like 14 years ago or whatever it's been. And and here I am this year in a Model A Coupe.
Can't get to sleep. I'm in too deep. I'm just laying here counting sheep tonight.
Heading east to the harbour end of the town will lead you to the Century Battery Show, while down the road, Williamson Park was home to some new tenants, Sony and Ford, who had wasted little time settling in. The amazing thing about the Sony Beach Hop is that around every corner is another perfect location, another crowd, Another band belting out good old-fashioned rock and roll. And yet more drop-dead gorgeous American, Australian and English iron. And remember our special guests from the Grand Parade? Well, here's where they ended up. The Mustang production line roared into life in 1964, and over 1 million pony cars have since bolted from the stable. The Mustang is a true motoring icon whose admirers span generations.
It's a really important year for Ford and for Mustang. It's the 50th anniversary, so we wanted to take the opportunity to come down here and celebrate, this 50th anniversary during the Beach Hop. It's one of the biggest, car event shows in New Zealand. So it's been a great day and great weather.
I think we've got Mustangs from '64 to 2014. So it's great to see the enthusiasm of the Kiwis embracing the Mustang and what Mustang stands for.
We've got a current 2014 and 1964 and a half Mustang on our site itself. So yeah, amazing support for Mustang owners, and it's all really kind of in preparation also for an all-new Mustang coming in right-hand drive to New Zealand next year. So the 2015 version, which everyone's getting very excited about. So far, we've announced there's a coupe, a convertible, there's a V8, and for the first time ever, a 2.3 EcoBoost engine, 4-cylinder. So controversial, but I think everyone's, once we get to see it and driven in the States this year, where it's initially launched in left-hand drive, obviously we'll hopefully get some great feedback on it.
The Mustang is iconic, and whether you're attracted to the old look, to the Mustang V8 rumble, to the sense of Americana of it, you just want to own one.
A couple of other Fords provided another incentive to get down to the reserve. They were the 3 cars, and not forgetting the Caravan, put together by the Sony Beach Hop crew. 2 of these would find new owners today, and a lot of potential new owners showed up. An awful lot of cross fingers in that crowd. While they waited patiently for the keys to their new car, they were treated to a retro-themed lineup, including a junkyard fashion show, the hugely popular retro pin-up show, the very energetic finals of the Hop Idol talent show, and a performance from Brian and the Blackouts. And I am just a sucker for a good rock and roll band. But before too long, it was time for the big draw, and our now resident race car driver was all too happy to make sure the entries were fairly shuffled before picking out the one. There were 2 things you needed to get right. Stick your entry in the back of the Falcon surf wagon and be there for the call.
Oh, I'm looking for Terry Scott.
Well, Terry Scott from Auckland ticked both boxes and ultimately chose the '66 Mustang as the car he'd be driving home.
He's taking home the Mustang.
The Falcon found a new home by way of auction, leaving the Zephyr and Caravan as the very cool prize for the entrance draw, which was collected the following day by a Mr. Graham Jack of Tauranga. As far as souvenirs go, the Hop is doing it right. Four massive days down, but we're not done yet. Welcome back to the Sony Beach Hop. The Sony and Ford Reserve played host to the Nostalgia Fair and Car Show, a chance to grab something to bolt onto your next project, or just get a last look at the horsepower. And, horsepower. Taking centre stage, however, was the top 10 shootout. Out of the 1,000 entered, these are the 5 cars or trucks and 5 bikes that caught the public's attention.
Over the last 4 or 5 days, the public have voted for their favourite cars and bikes, and they've been processed through the computer. Yesterday at the big shows, we announced the winners, and the top 5 cars and top 5 bikes are coming into the arena today. The public will vote again, but this time they vote with money. Each vehicle has a bin in front of them, and the one that raises the most money in 2 hours becomes the top car and the top bike. It's a fairly unique way of doing it. We created it, but you know, we probably raised about 3 or 4 grand for the surf club from doing that. So it's for a good cause, and it's a lot of fun. You know, we don't get too serious about prizes, you know, but it's nice to acknowledge, you know, top 5 cars out of over 1,000 cars. It's a bit of a privilege to be amongst that.
There is a really interesting mix there. There's a couple of cars that we did expect to be in there, and other ones that stand out, like Willie Pelz's cab over truck. That's awesome, and it's just finished, so no one's seen it before, so that's kind of cool. Chris's Dodge Power Wagon, the thing stands out head and shoulders above everything else. Then you got Warren and Diane Montgomery's jail bar, you know, it all opens up, and so the kids kind of love that as well. Caleb's Pontiac, hey, that's a very cool car and a cool story behind it as well. Being his great-granddad's car, dad's car, and his car. And Brent's Soda Wagon, you know, like, that's a hard pick. There's 5 cool cars, all different. I'm looking forward to find out what the answer is. I don't know myself. I wouldn't want to put any bets on it.
Well, we bet big, and so did you lot. The winner by people's choice was Willie and Leah Pelz's hot rod hauler.
I'm humbled by it. I mean, there are some amazing cars here. Every year, the quality just gets better and better. Really made that 5 years effort worth it. In fact, it's this week, Wednesday just gone 5 years ago, that I flew over to my brother who lives in the States, who found a cab for me, and I flew over there and loaded it and a whole lot of other rubbish in a container. As Math said when they opened the container and when it came to New Zealand, oh my God, what have you got here, you know? But anyway, that's the final result 5 years later. The cab you see is actually a 1948 Chevy cab over. That's what they call them, a COE, cab over engine. Technically no longer a cab over engine because the engine's been moved to behind the cab so that we can get the cab really low. As a donor for all the chassis and running gear, I found a 1983 Chevy Dually. It was a fire chief's truck, only done 24,000 miles. Took the body all off it and moved the engine back, fitted this body. Basically, the only thing I didn't do myself was paint it. I've had a lot of help from friends, guys in our club, Wanganui Road Rodders, and all the way, especially in the last couple of months when it sort of almost got too much and I was just about to throw in the towel. I think this is just not going to happen because the list of things to do would seem to be getting longer rather than shorter. And then some of the guys in our club stepped in, come on, let's get this thing done. And yeah, we got here. If I had $1 for everybody that's wanted to put their car on the back this weekend, I'd have enough money to build the little Model A salt flat car that's going to go on the back that somebody knows nothing about yet. So, yeah, every man and his dog. But hey, this is its first big event, so I wanted it to just stand alone, you know.
5 days of cool cars, cool music, cool people, and no sleep. But hey, it's been awesome. It's probably been the best beach hop yet, in my opinion. It's definitely been bigger. The weather could not have been any better. The cars have been amazing, and no one that was spoken to has had anything bad to say. So full credit to Noddy and the team behind it. We don't know how you do it. It's kind of an orchestrated madness, but well done. We're looking forward to being back here again next year.
The best. Yeah, this is the best. So, about 4 or 5 years ago, in front of the crowd, I jokingly said I'd retire when we had the perfect hop, and it's never happened until this one. So, we've had 4 days which have been absolutely perfect, and you know we're winding up here now, and it's been perfect. So, I don't know whether I'll keep my promise or not. Maybe one more.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to our coverage of the Sony Beach Hop 2014.